Hey guys, so we're doing like kind of a scary vampire today. Okay, I opened her up. I don't know what was going on with like that eyebrow. Some of my mods are totally breaking my game right now, so I'm gonna have to go through and fix that eventually. But yeah, it's not supposed to be doing that. Sorry for like the weird cutoff on the screen again. Like that's what I mean. Like, some of the mods are just breaking my game, so I need to fix that. Um, but we're gonna do another Halloween thing today. Again, like I said, Scary Vampire. I originally meant to have, okay, I meant to have videos out over the weekend. I meant to have one out yesterday. But I've been just crazy busy and so fucking tired. Oh my god, I've been so tired. So here I am. I'm going into, I think this is her regular form. I wanted it to be like a little bit more human looking. So I gave her these eyes. I don't know if you can tell in this video, they are a very, very bright kind of orangey brown. I love brown eyes. I give my Sims brown eyes all the time. I have so many beautiful different colored eyes. I have like so many blue ones, so many green, so many purple. I just love brown eyes. Like if you have brown eyes, congratulations. That is a fantastic color. I think I recorded this like last weekend and I already can't remember what hair I gave her. I'm pretty sure I gave her a short one though, and it might have, yeah, I think it was this one, and I think I made it black. I messed around with the colors a lot, not gonna lie, went back and forth a million times, and then I went in with like some of those ombres and like streaks that I have, and we couldn't make a decision there either. I just got this hair. I love it so much. I usually use it in like the black shade, and it's like this kind of bluish black, and I love choppy hair like that. I love it when it looks kind of like you just went at it with scissors. I think that's just really cool, you know? I think it looks really cool. But I think this is the one I went with, and I think I eventually went back and made it black. Really don't know. Skin details. I think I gave her freckles. I know freckles aren't really like scary vampire type things. Freckles are adorable. I don't care. I love freckles. I think they are so cute. I usually give my Sims, most of my Sims have freckles, honestly. Brown eyes and freckles. That's what it's all about. And then, okay, just, you know what? I don't even remember what I was gonna say. I can't focus today. I hate my psychology teacher so much. I hate her so much. Psychology is my major, and she sucks. And it's not even like oh my god, she doesn't teach. Like, I mean, she doesn't, but I don't really expect that from teachers, honestly. I go into class expecting to have to teach myself everything. But I don't even know what I'm supposed to be teaching myself. Everything she says is so confusing, and she's so disorganized, and like, no one knows what we're supposed to be doing. It's not just that I don't pay attention, because I'll ask every single fucking person in the class, and I'll be like, hey, what are we supposed to be doing? Do you know what the assignment is? Do you know when it's due? Do you know how to upload it to wherever she wants to upload it? And they're all like, no. Like, I was gonna ask blah blah blah. They were like, I'm gonna ask this person. I was gonna ask you. I had someone tell me, like, oh, I was gonna ask you because you're always taking notes. I was like, yeah, but that doesn't mean I know what the fuck is going on. The other day, the whole class, literally our entire class, okay? She showed us a video of a woman with narcolepsy, but not about like any of the effects on the brain or anything. Just like the relationship she had with her boyfriend and how narcolepsy was affecting that. And then a video of a dog with narcolepsy, okay? And then she gave us a really long PowerPoint about crystal meth. Except it wasn't about the effects crystal meth has on your brain. It was about how to make it. She was teaching us how to make crystal meth. That was the class. Teaching us how to make crystal meth. I was like, this what the fuck? I mean, like, she went through, like, step by step, telling us, like, all the ingredients and what they were used for. And then she showed us a bunch of pictures of people's, like, crystal meth lab setups, you know, what it looks like and stuff. I was like, lady, usually I don't make my Sims that skinny. I wanted her to have kind of an emaciated look to her. a lot of monsters, especially like old monsters, you know, from early folktales, are really just representations of, you know, major fears that people had at the time, and hunger, that was a big one. You know, you might go hungry at any point in time, especially, and I mean, still even now, there's a lot of places where you really just might go hungry. But back when people were, you know, doing like folk tales and you'd sit around the fire, or whatever it is that people in the old days did, vampires definitely represented the fear of hunger. I wanted to give her some cool tattoos. I think tattoos are cool. I wanted, like, okay, so I wanted her human form, and honestly also her vampire form. At first I was going to make her a little scarier, but instead I went for kind of like an edgier look, where you might see her at like a biker bar and be like, oh, that one's trouble, you know? Okay, that tattoo I just put on her back with the eyes. I love it. I use it all the time. I use it all the time. I think it's so cool. I have another one that goes like in kind of the tramp stamp spot. That's the same though with the eyes. I wanted to give her this jacket because it's very cool and was exactly the aesthetic I was looking for. But then, like, I couldn't find pants that went with it where it wasn't too much leather at once, if that makes sense. Like, you can put leather and leather together, definitely, but I don't know, it just wasn't looking right, so I changed out her jacket for a different leather jacket. I messed around with the pants for a while. I wanted them to be leather pants. I knew I wanted leather pants. And I was pretty sure I wanted them to be black. I think these are the ones I eventually went with all the zippers. I mean, I'm sure that many zippers, like, isn't actually useful at that point. Because, like, they're pretty much skin tight, those pants, so I don't know. See, and then I made the jacket red, but I still wasn't really feeling it, so I gave her a black leather jacket that's kind of, like, opened, and underneath is a red shirt, and it's, yeah, this one. So I went through a whole bunch of the swatches on this one. I went back and forth a lot. Okay, wait, I don't know if you can see that necklace, or even if you saw me putting it on. It should be downloaded, it should be available on my Tumblr. The person I reblogged it from had it labeled as, like, poison vial or something, but you know what? It's red. Like blood, and she's a vampire. You connect the dots. Maybe I didn't change her hair to black. Maybe I left it silver. I definitely gave her those nails, though. They're very cool. I was kind of thinking about giving her rings. I really like rings. I like wearing a lot of rings. And then I definitely gave her boots. I wanted her to have kind of like, you know, like the classic female vampire boots that kind of have a heel, and like, you know, if you stepped on someone's neck with those, the heel would probably go through. Sorry, that's kind of a gross visual, but that's kind of what I was looking for. But then it just wasn't really working, and also, I mean, she's a vampire. She needs to be able to move in her shoes. She's hunting people down. She's possibly riding motorcycles. She might even be, like, running really fast or something. So I couldn't decide which boots I wanted to give her. These ones, there's a swatch I'm gonna put on now, and it's so cute. Not that one. I think I go back and change it. I mean, I know I change it. I don't leave it as that one, but. And then I looked at these ones, but they were too shiny, if that makes sense. Like, normally I really like them, but right now they felt too shiny with this outfit. I think those are the boots I ended up giving her. I already forgot everything I did with this one. I went back and forth a whole bunch of times, because I always do. I can't make decisions. So, I did give her a bunch of piercings. I think piercings are cool, and she's cool. Yeah, there we go. I'm messing with her makeup now. I put that on and I was like, oh, that's kind of a lot. And then I was like, wait, maybe it's actually great. So I think I went back and put that back on. Okay, and another thing, today, my psychology teacher, she's like, oh, you guys did really badly on the first test I gave you. You know, you can see your grade in the grade book. And I was like, actually, I can't, because I have not been given a grade on anything except attendance. The only grades in my grade book are my attendance grades. I have a 100% A in this class because I've gone to class every day. I'm like, I mean, great, I guess, but shouldn't I be graded on assignments? And she's like, oh, you know, to us, she's like, the Scantron machine didn't work. It wasn't working. So you know, if you see a 0 in your grade book, if you see that you got a 0 on the test, then you should come see me during my office hours. But I didn't have a 0 on the test, I just didn't have a grade at all. So I went to go talk to her to make sure she'd received my test. And instead of being, like, listening at all to what I was saying, like, literally, I was holding my grade book out and I said, I have a question about my test. And instead of even letting me finish my sentence, she, like, went on a rant and, like, yelled at me in front of the whole fucking class. Like, literally yelled at me. I was like, bitch, what grade am I in that you think you can talk to me like this? Are you kidding? I'm paying you! I'm paying you! She was like, oh, you know, people need to be listening. They don't listen in this class. You should have been paying attention. If you'd been paying attention, you heard what I've said. You would have heard what I said, but you weren't. You're always talking to other people. I'm like, I literally don't talk to anyone in this class. Unless you put us in groups and force me to interact with these people, I'm not talking to any of them. Okay? I'm sure they're perfectly nice, but I have no interest in getting to know them. Here's where I'm making her skin a different color. I wanted it to be kind of grayed out, you know? I didn't want to make it darker or lighter, but I also wanted it to look kind of ashy, like maybe she's not got enough blood in her body. Here's where I was doing her traits. I made them something random for a minute there. I made that all random so that I could save the file and it wouldn't, like, quit on me in the middle, which is something that happens a lot. I thought I cut this part out. I'm tired of editing it, so it's just going to be here today. I still don't know what my grade is or how it's going to get input, by the way, because I'm like, after all that bullshit that you just pulled, I'm not going to come up and talk to you again. I'm over it. I am done. I'm not talking to her anymore. I've had it. So if I just never get a grade on anything ever again and end up with an A in the class just because I always go to class, you know what? Fine. Perfect. I'll fucking take it. I'm so frustrated. Oh my god, she's so annoying. And, like, so proud of herself, too, just all the time. Like, oh, I'm doing such a great job. I can't believe my students are so stupid and can't pay attention and everything. And I'm like, oh. I went in and I gave her some more vampire details. I think I'd already given her the brows, but now I went in and gave her some cheek stuff and some eye stuff. I never put anything on the lips because everything that, like, all the options for the lips are just, like, really, really gross looking. It's like body horror. Like, I'm not into it. And then I wanted to give her vampire fangs. I love giving them all these little sharp teeth where every tooth is sharp, but vampire fangs like that are the more, like, stereotypical common ones. So here's where I did her name, went through, and then next I'm going to give her traits, not those ones. I'm going to change them to things that make sense. I couldn't decide on a last name. I usually cut this part out, but again, like, I don't know. Apparently I don't know how to edit today. I'm just tired. I'm really, really, really tired. So, yeah. Just messing with the name for a while, apparently, and then I went in and wrote my own. Yep. I can't even see what it says. Like, the screen is tiny. Okay, here's where I'm changing the traits and stuff. Yeah, I took all that out. And then I made her, I want to say, I definitely made her evil. That one I'm almost positive. Almost positive. And I'm pretty sure I made her like a sweet talker or something. Yeah, there's evil, definitely evil. I made her a loner, I remember. I made her a loner for sure. And then I made her manipulative. I don't remember what that trait is called. I downloaded it from somewhere. It's a mod. It's very cool, honestly, like, conceptually, and I love it. Okay. Video's at an end. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you all later.